Good afternoon. Today, I would like to take a look with you at the fresh one was for 11.2. What can I note? Remembering once CD 4 and 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and 5. These are all versions, probably up to version 4, and probably for 8. This version works really stably and well. Nothing slows down, nothing hangs, nothing is buggy, and of course, there is nothing perfect, but everything is really here. Everything is done wonderfully. Previously, some little thing stupidly already forced the processor, as they say, to squeak just from the load. Now, everything is really simple. At the moment, I am recording 2 monitors. So, what are we going to do first? We will set up the CSC. How the CSC will look like in our country. We have an awesome 8-kit, that is, we can already make the program play that way. Here we can set a stroke array shift, that is, here we will set Android Sans, probably one of the most beautiful fonts. Here we are going to put right, the priest. And so what are we going to launch now? What do I have from CSC apps? I don't remember what I have anymore. So life. Well, yes, as you can see, the application is not court, but it is displayed as an image. What else? Let's release the GIMP. Come on, let's get the baby here. As you can see too, GIMP, you understand, it is written in general. His filling is 8-kit 2. I do not know that there are 2 and 6. 2 and 8 and 6. 8-kit 3 or 8-kit 2. But as you can see, everything is displayed as if this is the position of Cody. Everyone remembers how he once braked in Dolphin. It's working great nay. So, the only thing I don't like is that the thumbnails of the videos they are by default. By default, they're not displayed in any way. That is, these are completely default sneakers. Practically nothing has changed. Of course there were codecs. Well, how to say, I had it. There were FIVs in here. Then, I decided to put fresh sneakers on and take a look. Naturally there were codecs. I'm not very happy, though it buzzes a little. The laptop cooler hums a little. Yes, in general, a problematic model. This is an Ace 250, so you may have heard, this is an inverted camera on Skype. This is a bunch of other troubles. All this is surmountable. The fact that the laptop is buzzing like a cooler is more likely the fault of the fact that it is already clogged with just dust from me. I'm kind of cleaning it. Yes, in general, laptops, I can't stand them due to the fact that the devices are heated. Well, of course if you use it as a travel computer, if you use such a mobile device is not the main one, you can quite live with it. It looks like this. Many complained that the icons were changed in the 400, they were supposedly more beautiful. Well, I don't know. It seems to me that these have already done quite well. Then, they were all the time confused by the parameters of the system. Finally, they have decided how they should look. They don't change anything here anymore and don't move the black ones from where. Because, for example, in version 4.3, there were some settings there. At 4.8, they had already shoved them fuck knows where. That is, now they have finally decided, and everything is already clear. Where and what and how to configure. I was always confused by what everyone said. Ugh, sneakers are windows. These are people. Most likely they do not understand what it is. CD4, they consist of plasmoids. This is an environment that consists of many pieces. You can make absolutely anything. That is, your system will look like no other. For example, in the same GNOME 2, there were much fewer possibilities, as it seems at first glance, right? Although it was possible in principle to do anything there too. Well, here you can easily create a completely unusual environment. That's about look, right? All this is every part. Let's say it's a plasmoid, and you can add, subtract plasmoids. A system of all sorts of widgets, that is, shoulder straps, notes. For example, I will output normally. Cool, right? And you can twist this whole thing, twist it, stretch it as you like. Oops. Well, I won't make a huge basket like that. I'll make one like this, move it somewhere here. To install CD Ubuntu, you need to install the package Ubuntu Desktop, as if there is a CD mini package, CD standard package. That is, you can either install a minimal package, or install a Kubuntu, with all the tools and programs that CD has. The control panel, that is rather, the start menu, the standard Omaric player, equipped, but not only here in Jibber. Everything is stuffed here to a fig. There is such a minimalist browser like this. We'll write some damn nonsense. FAP, come on, look for something. What does fact mean? Here you can read what FAP means. Scary crooked fonts. It's scary, but I think it can all be customized. In general, to Denmark and how would they think? As a combination of the best of 2 operating systems, or rather their graphical shells. These are MacOS and M's. In the first versions, something was taken from OS 2, and they wanted to create a shell, in which a person could sit there, who was sitting, for example, on C10, on C2, on C Windows there or something else, and without any problems. I'm not studying anything, start my work. Now let's say, there's already a lot of mowing there. The whole thing has already disappeared, because I've already told you. There are plamacioids here, you can sculpt whatever you want there, you can attach a global menu like with 10. Or you can add to the riot at all. Well, in short, you can make whatever you want. If you want there, I do not know. There, you can make a rocket, I do not know. There is something else. This is a whole constructor, and the very idea of mowing something so much has disappeared. Well, of course the panel from below, all at once, wow, there's a wind. But after the release of GNOME, GNOME 3, when the Linux operating system looked there on a stationary computer, well, like this. As if an iPhone was connected, you know, to a computer, or how to run Android under the screen resolution of 1083. Yes, it's wildly funny and buggy, while it was all there. Not at all like a GNOME 3 and falling, but he is very uncomfortable and slowed down. That is, the CD was just finished in the 4th by this time, before everyone was screaming from sneakers. Sneakers are slowing down. Sneakers are buggy. Now sneakers work 1,000 times better than GNOME 3. The only thing that we note is that 3 finally started from the GNOME. They sought it out normally, that is, they made normal units at an angle. Let's say 13.0 for Unity works just fine. He doesn't slow down, he doesn't blunt. When the GNOME is confused, it's still a very long time. Of course, you can argue about a lot here, because someone shouts GNOME 3 rules, someone shouts CD rules, someone toofs, and someone says that you are all suckers, rules openbox or plowbox or something like that. And the other will say in general that the console is steering. And in general, it's better to get on the internet through links, and your all sorts of fireworks and Chrome are all about homosexuals there. Well, you need to read Ent. There are a lot of lovers on Ent. On Ent, there is a serious idea of some kind. It is better not to go, because most likely you will be affected hard there. They will say there is some kind of crap there, something is not needed or needed, and they will spoil any system for you to try. I will not tell you for a long time now, I will sometimes return to the 400. In principle, I didn't say anything special there, I just danced there, showed you that everything works fine, nothing is buggy, and I think you'll decide to give it a try. It's just, well, everything works fucking well.